What is a sexual question you have always wanted to ask, but never had the right opportunity? How does it feel for a guy to come? Can balls actually retract inside the body? Is it true that it's dangerous to have sex in a pool? And while we are on the subject of water, does anyone actually enjoy shower sex? Because that is the most impossibly awkward thing I have ever attempted. Are circle jerks really a thing? I have always wanted to know. How do you know, as a girl, if you just really like being around/admire certain other girls, or if you're crushing on them? Why do guys feel exhausted after a blowjob like I just sucked his living soul out of him? Women, if you stick cold things, like if you put a toy in the freezer, inside of yourself, does it feel good on a hot day, or is it uncomfortable? I'd imagine it's uncomfortable, but getting cooled from the inside also seems nice. What does the male orgasm feel like? Whenever I ask, the guy says it's the best feeling, or it feels good. That doesn't tell me anything. What areas feel good? What does it feel like, in detail? What's it like before, during, after? What does the rest of your body feel like? What does your brain feel like during? Compare it to stuff, give me metaphors, write a poem or something. I'm most likely gonna regret it, but what does cum taste like? Like not good or bad, I mean like, is it fucking vanilla flavored? I've only kissed a fair amount of times in my life, but not enough that I have a solid frame of reference as to what makes a good kiss and what makes a bad kiss. So, what would y'all say makes a good kiss/good kisser? How do people even find out what fetishes they are into? Like the cutting ones. I've had multiple female partners tell me that they enjoy getting their nipples sucked on. Getting my nipples sucked on does nothing for me. Does this actually feel good for women, or is it just that you enjoy watching your partner get off while sucking on your nipples? What does a female orgasm feel like? Never had one. My libido has been dead for years. When someone comes inside you, do you feel it, or is that a lie made up by erotica writers and comic artists? Edit. Thank you for the silver. I gotta ask, cause I always see it in movies and stuff. Do guys really like sniffing girls' underwear? And why? Why is it called a blowjob and not a suck job? Women, how would you describe a penis entering your vagina? It's something I'm genuinely curious about as a male, especially because I will, literally, never get to experience it. Things up your ass can be a universal experience. Things up your vagina, not so much. Not a question/answer, but this whole Reddit post is the best sex ed I've had in my entire life. Is it normal not to be able to pleasure yourself, women? Like you try, but you just can't seem to do it? Why do some people moan, and some people just tremble? Lesbians, how do you protect against STDs? Guys, who would you prefer having sex with? A girl with a beautiful body, but not such an attractive face, or a girl with a beautiful face, but not such a great body? I asked this my ex one time, and he got all defensive, and said, why are you asking this? Deleted. Do gay people choose who's going to perform each role? Do girls actually like giving blowjobs? Last but not least, WTF is squirt? Women, and gay people, why not? What is the ideal penis size? What could I expect if I were to fit a taser up my ass and directly tase my prostate? Question for straight women, or gay guys, I guess too. I have a spinal injury, with an excellent recovery regarding mobility and function. But I have partial numbness in some toes, and reduced sensation in general around pelvic area. I have serious bouts of anorgasmia. Sometimes 2+ months without being able to finish. For clarity, no issue getting it up and performing during sex, just can't finish. I've come out of a long-term relationship where my GF was very understanding. Since then I have been with a couple of women and broached the topic before sex that I might not finish and didn't. One was fine with it, but the other took it personally that I wasn't attracted to her or she was bad in bed. If a guy was to bring this up with you, would you have any idea what would be the best way to bring it up and create some understanding that it isn't your fault? I'm having a great time. The fear of offending/upsetting some else hurts my confidence to initiate. How do I stop my ass from hurting like my taint is gonna tear when I put anything larger than 2 fingers in there? Is the talk a normal thing for kids to get from their parents while you're growing up? I never had that, other than the sex ed in school, which wasn't anything more than an anatomy lesson, and it would've made things a lot less confusing. I was raised in a very religious home too, so the stigma around sex kept me from ever wanting to think about it. Eventually I just googled my questions and figured it out, but that caused me a lot of shame and fear. What does pegging feel like?